Welcome back to S.WigginsTV. As always, I'm your host, Worldwide Wiggins. And I'm back with another exclusive, man. You know what I'm saying? It's a hood I've been trying to do for a long time, you feel me? And please welcome my guest, man. Outlaw from PJ Watts Crip. How you feeling, Obi?
How you doing, bro?
Coolin', man. Outlaw, you know what I'm saying? I know you're not really in the area. You don't really live in the area right now, but I'm trying to come a little history if we can, man. I know you're probably busy, man, but let's try to run through this, bro. How old were you, bro, when you first started? Noticing when you was aware that hey, this is the projects and these are the PJ Watts cribs.
Oh man, it was a young age. I actually stayed at that time. I stayed in 76 East Coast Hood. I stayed on 74. But my mom's, her homegirls from the hood. Well, she stayed from the hood, so we used to always be over there. And I started claiming it. So it was early, man. It's like probably 9, 10. But I ended up living over there around 12.
Oh wow, early, man, for sure. And so at that young age, because I don't think it's that many schools in Watts. I'm not familiar, but to me, from my knowledge, like Watts is pretty kind of small. It's a small city. So like, was it crazy? Like I found out recently, y'all beef with the Nut Hoods, and then of course y'all beef with the Graves. Was it kind of closed in? Not too much space.
No, I mean it's small and the hoods are on top of each other, but for the most part, you got as far as Crip hoods, you got the Grapes and you got us as far as sides. But the Nut Hoods pretty much stays to themselves, and the other hoods that we beef with, like the 10 lines, they kind of stay to themselves. But you got a few schools. You got like Wiggins Elementary, you got Grape Street Elementary, you got 101st Street Elementary, Florida Elementary, then you got the two high schools as far as Jordan and Locke. So those are the schools you was going to. So a lot of us all grew up together, going to school together, whether you was enemies or not.
All right. So out of all of the hoods you just named that you kind of got that y'all kind of had friction with, man. Which one is like, okay, we not on them like that. They kind of we not really beefing with them like that.
I'll say the 10 lines in the hood because we, like when I was coming up, see, we wasn't because they, you know what I'm saying, if we ran into them, it was one thing. If they ran into us, they might try to trip, but for the most part, the only hood that we was on and was on us was Brick. You know what I'm saying? That always been, back and forth thing, since I've been over here. As far as the 10 lines and others, it was one thing we seen we might get on them, but we wasn't sliding through their hood busting, they wasn't sliding through our busting, so it's mainly great.
All right. Now, I got to ask you about this with Outlaw, man. Do you remember? Okay, of course you remember, or at least heard of it. Maybe if you wasn't around, probably locked up or not. But the PJ Watts was on a TV show called A Peacemaker with the Fudge Town.
Yeah.
Was you around for that?
I was out here, but I seen that episode. You know what I'm saying? But I was out this way. But yeah, I heard about it. I kind of know a little bit about it, but not a lot. But that right there has always been. We always used to be cool with them dudes. You know what I'm saying? Usually just be little fist fights here and there, but we ain't never really had no major like beef with them. We always pretty much got along with the FUD.
Oh, all right. But
that's why the shows able to be made like that, because it was like we always was cool, but anytime, LA gang politics, what I'm saying, it's always something to pop, but you got a football game going on with another hood and somebody drunk or somebody tripping, it could lead to, so how it go.
Right. But is everything cool with the Fudge right now? Because I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, to my knowledge, it is. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, it was never nothing strong with them like that anyway, as far as beef.
All right, that's what's up, man. That's what's up. And all right, so it's a song, and I like this song too. is that that Crip and Hard song. Was you around for that video?
The homie little draws and CD. Yeah, I wasn't. What was I when that song came out?
Oh,
I
all
might have
right.
been locked up. But yeah, that song slap.
Yeah, yeah.
But them two homies right there, they got good rap music going on, man. We go on, Apple Music and Google, and you see the dudes got a lot of music, and they both be knocking.
For sure, man. For sure, bro. So, I be asking this in like every interview, but like, so when in your time, like in the PJs, have you ever like ran into somebody like probably from Grape or been like, well, I know you from school, so it's cool, bro, or vice versa, like a pass?
Well, in a way, yeah, because like right on 113, you had a couple of grapes that stayed over there, like in between Grape and Ferocious. Like, I ain't gonna say their names, nothing like that, 'cause they might not want to be on video, but I went to Markham with them. You know what I mean? So, and my thing was, I'm not big in the program, but they stand over. It was a couple of them. Like right now, you hear some grapes say they got 112th Street grape, but that's not true. You know what I mean? They got a few guys that stay over here, but if they're being allowed to stay there, who is me to go over there? You know what I'm saying? And try to do, you know what I mean? So this is back then. I don't know if it still is like that right now, but this is back when I was born. You had a couple that stayed over there. You know what I'm saying? In them little houses right there. So I guess you could say, yeah, I see them and know them from school and didn't really do nothing, really trip up. But as far as inside the projects, no, I never. I'm not saying it wasn't none, but I'd have been into JDs during those times. You know what I'm saying? And seeing cats that I went to school with. And never had no issues, so I'm pretty sure a couple of them came over there. We know a lot of each. We know each other.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, cats that's my age, I know them dudes. Like, I knew the homies that's out there right now. They know them cats because we go to school together. You know what I'm saying? Watch is small. You know what I mean? We got a shopper center. They got a shopper center, but they shopper center got different shit. I mean, different stuff than ours do. So you mess with women from over there. So, cats know who each other is, you know what I mean? And, it's small. You know what I'm saying? We're only a couple of streets from each other.
For sure. Another thing I was gonna ask you, bro, like, I don't know about recently, but at one point in time, I was, hearing that, the PJs and the bounty hunters that got so close, you might see them hanging together or might be in each other's hood. Maybe, I don't, that's why I've been here. Was it like that when you was out there?
Yeah, it was, you know what I'm saying? It was a little cool little thing going on. But I want to clear something up. I seen a couple of comments and cats were like, oh, the bunny hunters and the PJs, they had to team up to take on the Braves. That was never the reason. You know what I'm saying? You got to think about it. Cats got to have logic. You know what I'm saying? PJs, Braves, and bunny hunters have been around for decades, going at it with each other.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, Braves that held their own, bunny hunters that held their own, PJs that held their own. So, we don't need to team up to try to go at another one. You know what I mean?
For sure.
So, cats need to make sense of that. This don't make no sense. You know what I'm saying? We never, even though we really think about it, even though they bloods, we never really was at it with them like that. They was at it with the grapes, and we was at it with the grapes. You know what I'm saying? So it's like us and the grapes used to be cool. You know what I'm saying? So we used to be straight. So, anything can happen, man. Then, a lot of prison relationships, like that's one positive I can say about prison, is when you get in these prisons, and you get in these cars, you know what I'm saying, you get to hang with these dudes, like for instance, in prison, up and the dub roll together, so you gonna be the same car with somebody who's great. You know what I'm saying? And y'all get cool, y'all get on the streets, y'all can squash some of this stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's violence can be ceased by that. So that's one of the good things about going to prison. So, bunny hunters, the bunny hunters and the homies be, I think we all right. I ain't gonna say we just be hanging out in each other's hoods like that, but we see each other problems or nothing like that.
For sure, man. For sure. Is it any more rappers for PJ since we done mentioned Draws and Fetty in them?
Oh, man, there's a lot, man. You got the homie Blocko, you got Bankroll J. You know, so I'm probably missing a couple. We got quite a few. Actually, that's over there. That you know what I'm saying? That you go on YouTube and look them up. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
There's quite a few.
All right. And another thing too, since you moved away, you kind of experienced different areas. Have you seen PJs like out of town, like other gangs?
Not like a branch from us. You know what I'm saying? But I know in Bakersfield they got a PJ Crip on the east side. You know what I mean?
In Bakersfield? Wow.
In Bakersfield, yeah, on the east side of Bakersfield, yeah, they got a gang called Project Crip, East Side Project. You know what I'm saying? But as far as in Seaside too, they got Seaside PJs too. Now, from my knowledge, the some homies did start that. You know what I'm saying? I can't clarify that, but I ain't never met none of them or ran into any of them. But there is Seaside PJs. Where I'm at, I stay in Fresno, and you got like Ubers out here and stuff like that. As far as LA is.
Oh, right.
No, I ain't no PJs.
Oh, you brought up Fresno. Now, I definitely want to ask you, man, because I got my boy live in Fresno. Shout out my boy Cash. Man, are you experiencing any racism up there?
As far as what, Mexicans?
Yeah. Because, Watts, I heard at Watts, y'all kind of cool with Mexicans. It's not really racial tension like that.
Yes, because in Watts, you got to remember, you got Southside grapes and Eastside grapes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people don't know you got Southside Meadows and Eastside Meadows too. You know what I'm saying? And then you got the 10 line, what they call it, Gillespie line, Gillespie linear, whatever, which is 10 lines.
Yeah.
Spanish gang, you know what I'm saying? So you got Watts Colonial Wiggins, you got Watts Boys, you got Watts Los, you got all these different hoods, and we all went to school together. So
all right.
We don't be having, you know what I'm saying? We don't be having, but you know what I'm saying? Like the Grape Street beef though, the Southside grapes have the same beef though, which makes sense because they pretty much share a hood. You know what I'm saying? So, but up here, it depends. You know what I'm saying? Because up here, the predominantly Mexican gang is Bulldogs, and they don't even get along with each other. So they be going at it with each other. So it all depends on, I guess, the neighborhoods or whatever. Because a lot of these gangs out here are not big; they small. They be, like you might have, and they all claim like it might be one neighborhood, and it's both Crips and Bloods, and they do stuff like that up here. You know what I'm saying? So it might be Crips and Bloods and Mexicans all from that same neighborhood.
All right.
You know what I mean? So that's I don't really think too much about they little politics. I don't get messed around with them like that. But from a few guys that I do know, that's kind of like how they operate.
For sure. Now we see what's going on, or what happened rather, with the Jordan Downs. They pretty much torn it down if they still in the process. So, do you see the same thing happening for PJs? Is they in talks of doing that to y'all, or what would happen?
I don't know. Truthfully, I don't know. I've been, through the Jordan Downs. It looks, I gotta admit, it look kind of fly. I don't know if it's gonna stay like that. It look kind of fly. I give it to them. It look kind of fly. They open up. They done push Century on. You can take Century all the way through now with the Alajitas. Now, one thing about their project, one thing about their area, what made it easier is they had that shipyard. They had that old scrapyard over there. So they was able to build right there. So that way they don't have to replace nobody. I mean, displace anybody. You know what I'm saying? They can just build some units right there, have people move into them, and then start tearing down from there. In our hood, I don't think we have no blank areas where we can start building on. We do got an area in the projects though that's where the trash bin and all that, they could probably start there. But I our projects like that are niggas. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I don't know if they're gonna do it or not. But I'm pretty sure if they're doing theirs, they're probably gonna see how it goes. You know what I'm saying? Then come over and try to do both our project. But I don't know. I couldn't even tell you, bro.
But I'm pretty sure you wouldn't be cool with that, right? Would you? Or you don't care?
I mean, improvement. Our project's open in the 40s, bro. So everything over there is probably way outdated. If you're talking about not displacing nobody, like me, you know what I'm saying, people ain't got to uproot and go to Lancaster or Palmdale, and they putting better stuff over there, and they're not going to see. My fear is, and this goes to the Jordans too. My fear is once they complete that whole project over there, that whole 1,400, because it's going to double from 700 units to 1,400 units, and once they finish all that, they're gonna raise their rate and they're gonna make all the people have to get out of it. That's what I think gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? So that's right now they talking about displacement. People is not moving, all they do is move from the old ones into the new ones. My fear is that once all that gets put up and then people get moved in, they're gonna jack the rent up. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna have to move out. That's what my fear is. And if they do and they wouldn't do it, now they wouldn't do that to them until, like, say for instance, if they plan is to do Imperial Courts and niggas cigars, it'll be after they finish all that. Because if they start tearing down the PJs and they over there raising the rent on the Jordan Downs, Cash ain't finna let it go down. They ain't finna let them build nothing over there. You know what I'm saying? So if they do that, it's gonna be after they do the whole area. You know what I'm saying? So that's my fear. My fear is they're gonna run people out of their houses. So
yeah. Oh boy, let's hope not, man. But
hope not.
For sure, man. All right, Outlaw, man. I appreciate you, man. Any last words before we get up out of here, homie?
Yeah, man. Just speaking on that, when you was talking about the neighborhood thing, right? When these cats saying they were seeing neighborhood written up, or they just saying in hood stripped up.
Neighborhood.
Neighborhood is right. Because yeah. See, now I never heard of that. Like I said, it's always been neighborhood. But they could have, they throw up neighborhood the same way you throw up in the neighborhood. So they could have switched. I'm not gonna say they did. You know what I'm saying? I don't know too many neighborhoods. I know a couple, and they're older, so I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I just never heard of that. Maybe somebody slid through and seen it on the wall and said, "Oh, they got a neighborhood out here." I don't know, but if it's out there, no, I haven't heard about it. So I'm not saying it don't exist. I'm just saying I never heard of it.
Nah, for sure. I respect it, man. For sure. All right, Outlaw, man. I appreciate you, man. You got it here first, man. S.WigginsTV, Outlaw, PJ Watts. We out of here.
All right, bro. Thanks for having me.
Yep.